For as long as I could remember, I had wanted to open a bookstore, and by my 30s, I had finally saved enough to make it real. I always assumed the hardest part would be the money, or the courage to begin. I was so wrong. My closest friend, Claire, was someone I had trusted with everything since college. When I first told her about the bookstore, she didn't celebrate the way I had hoped. She looked quiet and concerned, gently pointing out everything that could go wrong, how many small shops fail, and what I would do if I lost everything. She never told me not to try, but she worried out loud so often, and so kindly, that I came to believe it was simply love. There were nights I nearly talked myself out of it to ease her worry. In the end, I couldn't let the dream go. Once Claire understood I was serious, she changed entirely and offered to help. Her cousin Greg, she said, had a real head for business and would make my plans solid and professional. After all her worrying, I was so moved she was finally beside me that I gratefully accepted. The three of us met regularly, and on the surface, everything went beautifully. Greg asked careful questions and took detailed notes. Claire encouraged every idea, and on paper, my plan grew better each week. Yet somehow, it never quite left the paper. Every time I wanted to take a real step, signing a lease, registering the name, there was always a sensible reason to wait longer. I was so grateful to have people in my corner that it never occurred to me to question it. Then things began going wrong in ways I couldn't explain. The perfect little corner I had agonized over for months was leased to someone else the day before I signed. Soon after, the name I had loved for years and the logo I had designed myself both turned out to be already registered by a company I had never heard of. Each loss felt like nothing more than terrible luck. Through all of it, Claire was endlessly comforting. Perhaps it was a sign. Perhaps the universe was steering me from a mistake, and hardly anyone buys books anymore. I had nearly given up when I drove past that same corner one afternoon and understood everything at once. A brand new bookstore was opening in the exact location I had chosen, beneath the name I had loved, with the logo I had drawn above the door. Through the window, I could see Claire and Greg laughing as they unpacked their boxes. In that moment, all the worry and help and delays arranged themselves into one long, patient theft. They had used me to build the plan, making certain I could never reach the finish line they meant to cross themselves. Over the following weeks, I learned Greg had played a longer game than Claire suspected. He waited until the store was running, then told her he needed money for their first major order, borrowing every penny she had and vanishing. The cousin who supposedly understood business had only understood how to take what belonged to others. Claire was left alone with a struggling store, a name that had never truly been hers, and no idea how to run it. That was when she came back, appearing at my door in tears, talking about the years we had shared and how she had missed me, before asking, almost in the same breath, if I might help her save the very business she had stolen from me. By then, I had already opened a bookstore of my own, just a few streets away. It was smaller and carried a different name, but it was genuinely mine, and people seemed to feel that the moment they walked in. That was the one thing Claire and Greg had never understood. They had stolen the location, the name, the logo, every part of the dream, except the only part that mattered, the reason behind it. And that was something they could never lease or register or copy. I still wonder whether she ever cared about me at all, or whether it had been a lie from the beginning. Would I have noticed sooner if I hadn't trusted her so completely? And if a close friend of yours had offered to help you build your dream, would you have trusted her the way I did?